Once again, we want to thank you for joining us today. We have a special guest, somebody very important for our community, for our people. And like we said, this program, Fútbol de Corazón, is for all of you guys. And if you want to see the whole interview, you can look at us up in YouTube. We'll be in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok also live. So thank you once again for joining us. And want to thank also the people who are helping us right now in making this possible, this program for you. Centro Legal, which is one of the sponsors, we thank you very much for helping us. So here we go. First of all, thank you, Jonathan Ordaz, for being with us today here. It's a lot of comments concerning about your person as a player, as a member of the LAFC, and also as a member of the Salvadorian national team. So, we're very excited to have you. I think there's a lot of people in the United States right now, because most of this program is in the United States, people who are all over the country. They're excited to know that you're here with us. They're excited also to know who you are, I guess, to come to know who you are better, okay? So again, thank you for being with us. Just want to ask you, how's everything right now? How's it going with you to start?
Yeah, no, everything's good. Happy to be here. Yeah, just a busy schedule, the MLS schedule, the El Salvador schedule, Champions League, Club World Cup schedule. It's all been a lot, but it's been exciting.
All right, good. So let me ask you, Jonathan, so people would know.
Nathan.
I'm not Nathan.
Yeah.
How did you started in football? How was it like everybody else? Where parents watch football, parents watch soccer? How was it?
My uncles played, my dad's brothers, they played a lot, and they're just a few years older than me. So I think I'm really close with my uncles, and so I kind of looked up to them as a kid, and yeah, I just kind of followed that and started liking it and loving it through there.
Now you were born in LA.
Yes.
Okay, what part of LA?
Van Nuys area.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you started playing. You started playing what AYSO or you went to club?
Yeah, I started AYSO when I was like 5 or 6, and then I went to club when I was 7, maybe.
Okay, that's. I used to play in Van Nuys. They used to have a Hispanic league there. All the Salvadorians, Hondurans used to go play there in
Hmm.
that area. So I used to go play when I was young because I grew up in LA also.
Yeah.
Okay, so from there you started playing what club? What was your first club there after AYSO?
Real SoCal.
Oh, Real. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the guys there. Most
Yeah.
of the guys there.
LAFC SoCal Youth now is what it got changed to, but yeah, before it was Real SoCal.
Okay, so you started playing with them, and then how did you end up with the LAFC?
Maybe when I was 13 or 14, I think 13. We got a letter in the mail that just said that LAFC wanted me to try out. Basically, not even that I made the team or that they wanted me, that they were having a tryout and they were interested in like looking at me. So we went there. That was a 3-day thing, but I showed up for 2 out of the 3 days. I was busy the one of those days. And yeah, after that, they just told me that they wanted me. And so I went with LAFC.
Okay, what was the difference?
Um, Not so much. I mean,
Mhm.
not at first, at least. I think we played in the same league, Real SoCal. They're both an academy at that point.
Okay,
But I mean, the expectations are probably different. You're expected to want to go professional and want to like push for that, whereas maybe Real SoCal is more like a college route or a D1 college route, which isn't
okay.
a bad thing at all. But it's a better path to go professional at
When
LAFC.
you got there, did you already have an idea you wanted to be a pro?
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to be a pro since I started it. My dad, as soon as I told him that's what I wanted, my dad, worked hard to get me better to make that happen. He doesn't want to waste his time with me just being okay at something, and I respect that and it helped me too.
And that was your only sport growing up, or did you play other sports?
No, maybe I played basketball for fun at school, but I never played for a team anyway. Another sport for a team or anything. No,
And you didn't play high school soccer?
no, no, I didn't. I didn't go to high school actually. I did online school so I could focus on the academy, on LAFC Academy.
Okay, and how were your first steps when you got to the academy? I mean, as far as the level, the training, the people, the coaches, how was it?
It was good. It was intense. The level was good. I didn't really get much the first year. I didn't really get much play time. I almost got cut. Maybe I don't know if it was the first or second year.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I was on the verge of getting cut, and they were like, "Oh, like you're gonna have to retry out for the team." And then I made it, so I didn't get cut. But yeah, no, the level was good. The coaching,
Who was your youth coach there when you began?
Cristiano Scapolo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Italian guy, yeah.
yeah. He was my first coach. Good guy. But yeah. Then the next year he left, and yeah, I was on the chopping block for a little bit.
Okay, and then after that, what happened? I mean, as you were getting a little bit older, you went to a different age. What was happening?
Um, well, yeah, I think that next year, that was the year that LAFC signed the first homegrowns, which were Christian Torres, Tony Leon, and Eric Dueñas.
Okay.
And so like I was on the same team as them, so like seeing that from them, it was it was a good and like I don't want to say it was ever a bad thing, but like it definitely motivated me where I was like, oh, if they could do it, and we're on the same soccer team, why can't I?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you were training in the morning now at that time, or you were still in the afternoon or at night with
Yeah, no,
the
it was still the afternoon, but like I would train in the morning by myself, like because I
okay.
didn't have school to go to. That was the kind of the point of it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then when was the first time you signed your first homegrown contract?
When I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And after that you started with the training with the first team, or you still were with the academy?
No, I was with the second team. They were Las Vegas Lights at the time. The whole
Well,
first
that's
year I was a professional. I was with Las Vegas Lights, and that was an experience. And then yeah, after that, the next year, I broke into the first team, and yeah, I've been on the bench at least ever since then. And just working my way up.
so you played USL then.
Yeah, yeah. I played a few games of USL.
Okay, so you would travel LA to Vegas and Vegas come back.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't train with Vegas team all the time.
Well, it was interesting. The Vegas team moved to Los Angeles for that one year, so only
Okay.
our games were in Vegas, but the practices were all in Los Angeles.
So when you took that first step, for example, playing now at the USL level, any difference for you? Anything that you felt was hard or easy? How was it?
Maybe tactically, I don't think I was. I think yeah, maybe just tactically because we don't have as much video during academy or stuff like that. So defending and pressing the correct way, maybe I wasn't the greatest at the start, but the talent was always there and
Okay.
the ability.
How long were you there?
Just one year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they brought you back.
Yeah, so basically the next preseason, like even though I was part of the first team, the seasons prior, like I was kind of specifically with the second team or the USL team. And then during preseason, even if you're with the second team, you're still training with the first team for the start of it at least. And
Okay.
then they just kind of, make their decision. My preseason was good, and they decided to just keep me throughout the season with the first team, basically.
And now once you started training with the first team, um, how was it? I mean, it was a big difference, obviously, from the academy to the USL and now
Yeah,
the big team. How was it? First couple
yeah.
of days, I would say, with you.
I'm sorry.
The first couple of weeks or days when you started training with the first team, how was it?
Well, I did good actually at the start of the preseason. I worked like really hard because
Yeah,
I didn't want to be with the USL team anymore. You know, I didn't want to. I wanted to be with the big dogs or the big guys, and so
yeah.
I was doing well. But obviously, yeah, the level was a lot harder, and you know, during the games, especially the intensity would go up, and you know, keeping possession was hard. It was a lot of learning to do there.
And the training, how was it? Were you nervous? Were you okay? What?
No, I wasn't nervous because all the guys were cool, and you
Okay.
know, I worked hard during the off season to be good and to be able to compete with guys of that level. You know, so I had to have confidence going into it.
Now, who was the coach at that time?
It's always
It
been
wasn't
Steve.
Bradley, was it?
No, 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 Steve Cherundolo. Since I've signed it, it's always been Steve.
Okay, so it's been Steve. So you
Yeah,
were not with Bradley before.
no,
Okay. Yeah, well, Sharundolo is a guy who play overseas and everything. So
yeah.
what did he say to you?
Nothing. I mean, I think he's a really relaxed coach. You know, so he just kind of wants you to be confident, wants you to play like yourself, and yeah, he'll just help you out if you need it. You know, he's a very good coach.
Because Dante Rysov is there also, yeah? Uh,
Yes, yes. He's the one of the assistant coaches. Yeah, I like him a lot.
yeah, I know. I talked to him a lot when I was working with US Soccer. So that's
Yeah.
good. All right. So now you're in the first team, and obviously the season starts. Uh, what did you think? I mean, now coming straight, being in the MLS.
During the first season, my
Yeah.
first season with them, yeah, it was just exciting to like experience the whole thing. You know, it was the first time seeing like, the USL, there's not that many fans or the stadiums
Right.
aren't amazing like that. But like, once you get with the first team, the stadiums are cooler, the fans are better. And yeah, the games are just more intense. And so just like being on the bench and like watching it, it was cool. And then once I got in, it was even better. But yeah, I remember when I made my debut, it
Yeah.
just felt unreal for a few seconds, the first minute or two. It kind of felt like a YouTube video or a video game.
Okay. Good. 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 And any first impressions when you came in your first game? I mean, what were your
Um,
thoughts basically?
I'm
Are you
sorry.
cool? Your thoughts when you came into your first official game?
Yeah, I just didn't want to mess up. Honestly, the first game, if I touched the ball, I wanted to keep it, and yeah, I mean, I did okay. I maybe touched the ball 3 times. I played maybe 5 minutes, but yeah, it was more of just to get the jitters out. I think the first game, you don't have to do amazing the first game.
Because I remember because I saw you at that time. We were with the national team,
Yeah,
and we were speaking to a lot of the people there in LAFC, and they were telling us about you, and also at that time, if you remember, I know U.S. was looking to you, and also I think Mexico was looking at you
right.
because once you came to the first team, it was like a big, you know,
Yeah,
thing with you, and obviously you had the opportunity to represent 3 countries. But I was going to ask you, who were the guys who, when you came into the first team, that took you under their wing and say, "Look, Nathan, don't worry about it. We'll be with you," and all that.
I think Elias Sanchez, the center mid for Austin now, he's
Okay.
the first one that came up to me. He just said, like we know that you're a good player and just like play with confidence, because we'd rather you mess up trying something, with confidence than to be scared and lose the ball, because then we'll get mad at you if you're scared. And yeah, that stuck with me.
Okay. But in training, no issues. I mean, nobody came and smack you or
No, no, it was all
give
good.
you a welcome or anything like that.
No, no, everybody's very nice and respectful.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because you're in other countries and basically when a new kid comes in Mexico, what they do is, I don't know if you knew this, but the young guys that come into the first team,
Mhm.
they cut their hair bald.
Yeah, yeah,
That's one of the things that they do with the young guys there. Uh, but most of them are okay. Most of them are okay.
yeah.
Now, When was the first time or the first game you felt and said, "Look, I know I can be here. I know I can contribute. I know I can play at this level."
Um, I think I think during the Open Cup, the second team, because the first team guys, they had a lot of games.
Okay.
So the starters and the main bench players, they were playing a lot. So for Open Cup, they let the new MLS Next Pro team take the games. And like if you were part of the first team like me but didn't play as much, you also play. So we won the first game, and then we played Galaxy at home with the second team, but like it was the Galaxy's first team. And
Right.
yeah, I think that game went really well, and I was like, Galaxy's, it's a rivalry match, and up until like the first half, we were the better team, and then the second half, they're more experienced, and they ended up taking us, but like we
So
really
they had their first team then.
yeah, it was against Ricky Puig and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the guys. So like it was a whole different level. But like I feel like I kept up well, and like I was dangerous, and I think that's what kind of gave me confidence.
Okay. Okay. And then obviously, my question is now, and everybody would like to know this. Um, when did they speak to you and say, "Look, Nathan, I think we've been watching you. You're doing well." Uh, did they say anything about starting now instead of just coming up the bench? How was that?
No, honestly, well, because last season I feel like I probably should have played more just based on like how I played the year prior.
Yeah.
But I didn't really, I'm man enough to say I wasn't playing amazingly where I could, be that starter, and I think they wanted me to. And yeah, I mean that's on me. But this season I just try and make it, undeniable that I should start just based off performances. So I think it was more like a less of an expectation, but just more of a earning it situation, where yeah, they're like, oh, okay, we kind of have to start this guy if he's playing this good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Hey, not everybody makes it that way, which is good.
Yeah.
Uh, Something that you should be proud of. Now, um, as you're starting now, obviously, I'm sure that all the guys now are more confident. How's Boanga with you? I mean, what do you think playing with him? I mean, and playing together now.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've known each other for a few years now. I've been here since he's been here basically. So I think I kind of know what his ideas are when he's on the ball, and so I just try to play off his like game plan. I know he likes to dribble, so like
Yeah.
I may not ask for it the first time, but after he beats a guy, then that's when I ask for it. Just because I know he'll try and do a little bit, like he'll do extra things, which is awesome, and I just kind of play into it. I try to help it out.
I know that. I know. I mean, you have some of the guys that have played one World Cups. I mean, you have the goalkeeper there,
Yeah, we had Giroud.
and yeah, Giroud left.
Yeah,
How was Giroud?
he was awesome. I mean, he's a great guy, great player, super athletic I mean, he's 38 and he's still
Yeah.
super athletic, super good and strong. And yeah, it was really awesome to play with him in practice and everything.
So you learn a lot from those guys.
For sure, yeah. And I mean, he was super humble as well. He could have very well been cocky and a
Yeah.
jerk, with everything he's won, but no, he was really humble and a great guy.
That's interesting. That's interesting. And so now, because I watch some of your games now. Obviously, you're starting every game, but you play more as a second forward now, is it? Or
No,
you
well,
still sometimes on the wing and then come in? And I mean, where are you right now as far as tactically where they want to play you?
I think they want me as a striker now. I think there was a little during the season or the last like maybe a couple months they've been switching me between winger and striker.
Yeah.
Which is good for me because if we have a striker they want to play and they don't have a right wing, then I can play the right wing, and if it's vice versa, then I can play striker. So it definitely helps with getting play time if you can do both.
Where
Um,
do you feel more comfortable? I mean, concerning your game?
I think on this team and the play style we play, I think striker is better for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't mind, fighting with the two center backs or anything like that?
No, because usually I like to think I'm smarter than him. So like, I don't have to I don't play the fighting game either way.
Yeah. You're more of a typical nine that moves more than just as a post.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a hold up play striker by any means, I don't think.
And I think no, and you know what? And I think the team also, the style you guys play matches you with your
Yeah.
movements instead of just waiting, for a nine to hold the ball and then have somebody else come from behind.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, I think I like striker a little bit more for the play style of this team.
Okay, so you're enjoying that more
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
in that
I feel I have a
position.
better chance of scoring as well. I'm a lot closer to the goal, and yeah, I feel
You're
like
right.
yeah,
You're right about that because I've seen you score now a couple of last couple of weeks.
yeah.
And overall, now that you play most of the MLS teams, which are the teams that you feel are strong teams that are hard to play than the one before that?
Um, I think whenever teams play against us, they always bring their best game, which
Yeah,
like every team hard to a certain extent. So even if they're not like in the top five places, they can still be hard just because they're playing us like it's their last game. Like for example, Galaxy, we played Galaxy in their last place, but it's a rivalry match.
yeah,
So
sure.
playing them is going to be harder than playing most of the other teams.
Okay. Yeah, because I watch the MLS a lot, and one of the teams that I like because they try to play good football is on the East Coast, the Columbus Crew.
Yeah, they're so good.
They're
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
for
they're
sure.
good. They're good with the ball. All those guys is like tactically very well with and without the ball. They pressure you a lot,
Yeah.
session a lot of movements.
Yeah, you can't take the ball away from those guys really. Yeah.
Right. I mean, and you guys have had good games against them. I've seen them,
Yeah.
but that's a team that I feel in the East Coast is the team uh, that will give you more problems because they like the ball.
Yes. Yeah, the way they play is definitely hard to beat, and yeah, you have to be focused the whole time against them because if you fall asleep, then they'll take advantage of it.
And who's been the hardest guy to play against in the MLS?
Hardest guy to play against. I think let me think. I think Ricky Puig, I mean, when he was healthy, he's so good, even though, I'm not the biggest fan because he's a rival and he has his
Okay.
personality. He's an amazing player, no doubt. Um, yeah, he's really good. I think all the center backs are tough. It's kind of for us. It's like all I have to do is beat them once and score once kind of thing. So like it's better for forwards, but yeah, all center backs are pretty good and athletic. I think Dallas had really good center backs. They're very aggressive and
Okay.
yeah.
Now, Nathan, what is your typical day as a pro? What is it that you do from the time you get up and you go to work at the club and then you come back? What is the typical day? And I'm asking you this because there's going to be a lot of young people watching this that want to make it to the pro. Okay. And I think obviously you're still young. Somebody like you, they want to follow, they want to know because sometimes people think that being a soccer player is easy. You go to training and you play games and then you go home and that's it. But what is your typical day for you?
Yeah, I think a full day, we'll say, is because some days are harder than others.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I just wake up in the morning, drive to practice. Practice for me is an hour away, so I have to wake up a little bit earlier.
Okay.
And breakfast over there before training, you have to, warm your body up, roll out,
Yeah.
just stretch out, have video, and then train. After training, you have gym, and then depending on how you feel as well. If
Okay.
you're feeling extra sore that day or tight, you could just do different regenerative work,
Mhm.
which is important during the whole season because you don't want to get injured. I think that's an important thing. Missing games it's the worst thing. Watching from the stands when you could be
I
playing.
know. Yeah.
So
Do
I think that's
you do
most
you
important.
do you eat breakfast there? You eat lunch there?
Yeah, breakfast and lunch you can eat there. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the regenerative thing is the most important. You going in the hot tub, cold tub if you like the cold tub. I don't like the cold tub, but
You
um,
have to do it.
yeah, sometimes you have to do it. They make me do Pilates in particular, which
Okay.
is unique. But yeah, some guys have to do Pilates, and yeah. After that, though, the rest of the day you could relax. I mean, it's good to train sometimes too after training if you feel like you haven't got enough done. You could also always do that. It's never bad to do that, and yeah.
And then so they have in your team, do they have individually certain work for each player, or is
Or
it
I'd say for
normal for everyone?
no, they do have individual work, but once you're in the middle of the season, when you have a lot of games coming
Yeah.
up, you do it less and less just because there's less time and your body's gonna just get more tired. But if you have time for sure, once or twice a week they have the center backs doing their own drills and forwards, just
Okay.
to work on what they need to get work done.
Okay. Okay. Now you guys, I know you charter, yeah, every time,
Yes.
which is I think easier than
Yeah.
on airports and waiting for flights and all that. So you guys fly the day before
Yes. Yeah.
and you come back the after the game, or you stay overnight?
No, we come back right after the game, but that's also very dependent on the coach and the club as well. So some guys stay the night after the game.
Yeah.
But no, we just come straight back after the game, which
Okay.
I prefer it. Just be home is more relaxing than staying in a hotel.
So you're still living with your parents?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Oh man. All right. That's good. That's good. Stay with your parents as long as you can.
yeah. That's what they say.
Now, let me ask you about, and this is something that people also want to know. Um, right now, you're with the national team with El Salvador.
Yeah,
Obviously, you are in the process now of trying to qualify for the World Cup.
yeah,
And I think everybody knows it's the biggest opportunity right now because you don't have Canada, you don't have Mexico, you don't have the US, which is very hard sometimes with certain countries in Central America. What's been your basically your feeling about going into September now and trying to compete? What are your thoughts?
um, I mean, I think we got a hard group. To start off, it's not an easy one, that's for sure. I think every team is looking at it the same way, where they know it's also their best opportunity as well.
Okay.
But I think I always like to think, personally, if I'm playing a game, I have a better chance of winning than losing. So that's exactly how I'd go into it. If we win enough games, if we, don't lose, get draws, then hopefully we're going to be in first place. If not, worst things we're second place, and we still have another chance to make it, which is the goal at the end of the day. Yeah, we have to make it. We want to make it.
Okay. And I know I saw you the one of the games. You're playing as a striker there also, or second striker,
Yeah, that one I'm playing as a second striker. Yeah.
because Brian Hill is playing as a nine there,
Yes.
and you're fine with that. You feel comfortable
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. No, I really like playing there as well. I kind of play like a false nine anyways with LAFC. So,
Yeah.
false nine, second striker. It's easier when I have another striker doing the dirty work as well.
Yeah, taking care
Yeah.
of the center backs for you.
Yeah. He's a really good hold up play striker. So it makes it a lot easier,
No, I know, I
for
know.
layoffs, and he's strong, he's big.
Yeah, 'cause I was fighting for him to come and be the nine because he's strong in the air. He's good header. He can
Yeah.
hold the ball. He has good speed.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's good.
so I think you do well with him. Now, out of the three teams, I'm gonna name you.
Yeah.
Guatemala, Suriname, okay, which you guys played already,
Yeah.
and then Panama. Tell me the difference between those three in your thoughts. And if they're harder, who's the hardest one for you as you've been seeing him in Gold Cup and all that?
Yeah. The hardest one. I'd say Panama is probably the hardest one. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
I think they have the best mixture of quality and like hard work. I think Suriname's probably like the most talented and skillful one.
Uh-huh.
And then yeah, I think just Panama is probably the most. They could keep the ball well and they fight hard as well. Like Central American countries do.
Yeah. Okay. And
Yeah.
because you guys, I think you guys open up against Guatemala in Guatemala.
Yes, and I mean they're awesome too. They're like reaching peaks, right now too. So it's not like
I
they're
know.
any
I mean, look
easier.
at what they did in the Gold Cup.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're amazing. They have a lot of MLS guys right now.
All
So
right.
they're
Yeah,
like
but I think you're right. I think looking at the group, I think Panama is the team that, and also Panama's been together for 4 years
yeah,
with the same coach. They got players playing in Europe. They got players in the MLS,
yeah,
South America also, which helps.
yeah,
Uh, and then the continuity of the coach with them, I think I was surprised they didn't make it, further in the Gold Cup.
yeah,
But overall, I think they're the hardest team.
yeah. I agree.
You guys. Now going back to where you are right now, what is your goal, Nathan? As far as climbing, would you like to stay in the MLS or would you like the opportunity? Because I think yesterday came out a news that I guess I don't know if it's true that Bournemouth was looking at you
Uh,
for you to go to Europe.
yeah, I wish.
Look,
I
I
wish.
asked you these questions because at the end, look, personally, Nathan, um, I think you have the quality if you continue to work hard and get better in the MLS to go to Europe. I
Yeah,
mean,
thank you.
I, I feel that once you establish yourself here, which you're doing now, uh, I still feel that you have the potential to play in Europe. I don't know what your thoughts are about that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. No, I definitely. I mean, I'd love to. Bournemouth would be awesome. I don't know if that's true. Maybe my agent will text me in the coming hour or two.
Okay,
But
but you would like to play in Europe.
yeah, I'd love to play in Europe. I also love to stay here. This is home. So either way it goes, I'd be happy with it. I think both would be. I don't think there'd be a bad decision.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
If I
okay.
stay here, then I just keep getting better, and it sets up Europe even better. Or if I go over there, I just work hard and work my way back up in Europe. But it's obviously a higher level, and soccer is everything in those countries.
I know. Let me ask you about the your experience with the World Cup club. How was it?
It was good. I only got to play
I
20
know
minutes.
you got a concussion.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. But no, the 20 minutes were good. I mean, we played Chelsea. I honestly felt very comfortable. I felt, excited to play them, and I don't think I did bad by any means. When in those 20 minutes, I felt pretty comfortable, and I felt good, and I felt like I could keep up.
What's the difference playing those clubs and playing in the MLS for you personally?
I'd say I think you feel like you're not going to win the ball. Like you feel like pressing doesn't make sense because they're just gonna play it around you. I feel like that's probably the difference. That every guy is super confident. Even the center backs on the ball, they'll just step on it and they don't mind like you running right at them.
Yeah.
They won't clear it. They'll just try and pass it around you. So I think they have a lot of confidence and skill in that, and that's probably what makes them just the different level.
Okay. Okay. But you didn't have any issues physically or
No,
competing against them or
no, I don't think so.
otherwise or anything. Because I saw I saw the game, and obviously you got hit. Then you had to come out. But I thought you were doing well also. Um, Unfortunately, you got the concussion, but overall, you could see the level of the teams and the players and all that. But again, I always think that when you play against these teams like that and against these players, you know where you're at, you know where you need to get, and at the
Yeah.
same time, you have the confidence that you know that you can play against those guys, and it's always good because you keep growing up, and playing. Believe me, playing against the best in the world, there's no question that. I mean, it helps your confidence. It helps you personally to grow. So I hope, man. I mean, you're what? You're 22 now, yeah?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Hey, you have you have all your future. Hopefully, God will keep you not to get injured or anything like that.
Yes.
Because I personally would like to see you, honestly, uh, to play in Europe.
Yeah.
I
Me
think
too.
since let me see, from El Salvador, since Mágico González, who played, in Spain with Cádiz in La Liga, there hasn't been any Salvadorian playing at that level in first division.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you'll be the next one, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, we're almost done, but I wanted to ask you, um, who's got Salvadorian blood in your family?
My mom.
Your mom,
Yeah.
but your mom was born in the U.S.
No, she was born in El Salvador as well, but she moved when she was maybe 1 or 2 to here, but born in El Salvador.
Oh, okay, okay. So she speaks Spanish then.
Yeah, fluently, yes.
She likes Salvadorian food.
Yeah, yeah.
And your dad, where is he from?
Mexico.
Okay, okay. So that's why you got your citizenship then much easier because your mom was born in El
Yeah,
Salvador. Okay.
yeah,
Because when we first saw you, I don't know if you remember, we wanted to bring you. I think we did bring you to the. Remember the Dallas Cup?
yeah. We lost to Panama. Yeah,
I know. And we wanted to sign you, but at that moment we couldn't. And then I guess also, and I don't blame you for that, the US was looking at you, and I think you had a camp with Mexico, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
And that delayed our thing. And then obviously we left, and now you're with them. We wish we would have had you before. Uh,
yeah.
but good. I mean, I think in the long run, Nathan, I think you're gonna help uh El Salvador. And I guess obviously, hopefully in the future they'll start looking more at players outside also that can help the program. Because even if you don't qualify for this time, I mean, obviously you're still young. Some of the other young guys who are looking at now also, uh, they'll get a chance to represent El Salvador. So look, I'm gonna close with this. I want to ask you. I got 7 questions here.
All
Okay.
right.
Uh, just be honest, straight,
Yeah.
if you can. First one, who do you admire as a soccer player when you were growing up?
Marco Royce was my favorite player. Um,
Why?
I really liked his brain. I think he had he's he was athletic and fast and could dribble very well, but he was like a really smart player. And luckily I've played against him. You know, he's on Galaxy now, so I got to see it live.
Have you traded shirts with him or not?
I've tried. You know, I tried the first time. It didn't happen the first time, but I'm gonna try again. Yeah, we play him this Saturday, so I'll try again.
I know it's a big game for you guys. I know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, uh, Mediterranean food. I really like Mediterranean food. Yeah,
Okay.
Greek
Okay.
food.
Now, who's been the most person that has influenced you in your career?
My dad, easily. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he's very,
Sometimes, dads we're hard, man. Sometimes our kids,
yeah, for sure. But
but
it works out well. You gotta, it's all with the right intention behind it, and, I respect him, and, he trained me when I was young and made me the player I am. So, yeah, he definitely is the guy that helped me the most.
okay, great. I think, what would you think would be your ultimate goal in life? It
Goal.
doesn't have to be soccer. It could be soccer.
Yeah. I'd say just probably just having a house, and my parents as well having a house, and just living comfortably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you would like to meet that you haven't met yet?
Ronaldo, Conor McGregor.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you like him a lot then. You admire.
Yeah. I love him. Yeah. I grew up. Yeah. I mean, it was Margot Royce, but it was also Ronaldo right next to him. Yeah.
And the last one, Nathan, what would be your advice for the young guys who are coming up here in the United States, especially because of the MLS, their academies? What would be a good uh, advice for them as they're growing up and coming and obviously looking at you that you made it? What would you tell them?
Um, there's a lot. I think obviously work hard, but I think just don't expect everything to come right away. I think sometimes good things take time. You have to work for it a little harder, and not everything is fair in life. You don't always get what you worked hard for or earned, and but eventually it'll come that way, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think patience is a big thing.
All right. Look, I want to thank you for taking the time. Um, and also, look, I am glad that obviously, and I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's millions of Salvadorians here in America. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a big difference between the Salvadorians here in America and the ones over there. Okay, but I would have to say that they're very happy for you to be playing with El Salvador. I know they're always chanting your name behind you. And right now, whether you like it or not, you're the face of El Salvador, my friend.
Hmm.
And I'm not trying to put pressure on you, and I think you're used to that. But we want to wish you the best, okay? And personally, I hope you guys make it to the World Cup. I think
Yes.
it's going to be great for the country. They haven't done it for more than 40 years, okay? But if you don't, keep working hard. We are behind you, honestly, and I put myself as a fan now, not as an ex-coach. And hopefully also you continue to grow here in the MLS, and maybe one day we'll see you in Europe. That would be great, man.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
for you to accomplish that. But thanks a lot for the time. And I don't know, you want to say anything to the fans before
Uh,
we finish our interview here?
no, I mean, I'm happy with all the support, and I think having high expectations is a good thing at the end of the day. So I think, El Salvador wanting to make the World Cup and all the fans wanting to do it is it's their right to. And, I think I'm gonna work as hard as possible to make it happen. The whole team is, I think we want it bad just as the fans.
Okay. All right. Good. All
Yeah.
right. Nathan, I'll probably go see you one of these days over there.
Yes.
And again, I want to wish you the best this year with your club. I know you're going to have a new coach, I guess, next year.
Yeah.
But hopefully you guys will win it this year.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And again, thanks for being in this program, and all the best. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Say hello to everyone there. Say hello to your family. We really appreciate.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us borrow you for El Salvador.
Yeah. No worries. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hugo.
All right, Nathan. Take care, my friend.